Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to study Chapter 4 Louis Pasteur Conqueror of Disease by E.H. Carter from your SSLC Karnataka Board 10th Standard First Language English textbook. This lesson tells us how Louis Pasteur, a great French scientist, fought against invisible enemies called germs and saved millions of lives through his discoveries. Though he was not a soldier, he was truly a warrior of science. Now let's begin. Louis Pasteur devoted his entire life to science for the welfare of humanity. His discoveries in bacteriology, vaccination, pasteurization, and inoculation changed the history of medicine. This lesson highlights his hard work, experiments, failures, success, and noble thoughts about serving mankind. Students, now let's have a look at the characters. The first character is Louis Pasteur, a great French scientist who fought diseases using science. The next character is Pasteur's father, a brave soldier who inspired Pasteur with courage and discipline. The next character is Pasteur's wife, his coolest companion and assistant who supported his work. The next is brewers and farmers, people helped by Pasteur's discoveries in fermentation and disease control. The next characters are scientists and doctors, initially doubted Pasteur but later accepted his discoveries. The last character is Alsatian boy, first human successfully cured of rabies by Pasteur. Students, the first part of the story is Pasteur, a fighter without weapons. Pasteur was born in a brave family. Though he never fought on a battlefield like his father, he fought something far more dangerous diseases. His weapons were knowledge, experiments, and determination. Let me give you an example for the students. Just like doctors today fought COVID 19 using science, Pasteur fought deadly disease using experiments. The next part is germs, invisible enemies. Pasteur studied bacteria, tiny living organisms found everywhere air, water, soil, and even inside our bodies. Some bacteria are useful, but some cause deadly diseases. For an example, just like termites silently destroy wood, germs silently destroy health. The next part is science for society. Pasteur did not work only for fame. He helped brewers, silkworm farmers, and dairy owners. His discoveries improved industries and strengthened France's economy. For an example, science is useful only when it helps people. The next part is early life and education. Pasteur showed interest in chemistry from a young age. He became a professor and married a supportive wife who assisted him throughout his research. For an example, behind every successful person, there is a strong family support. The next part is power of deep thinking. Pasteur solved problems by sitting silently for hours. His patience and deep thinking helped him find answers to complex scientific questions. For an example, great ideas come from calm and focused thinking. The next part is fermentation and yeast. Pasteur proved that yeast is a living organism. Healthy yeast produces good beer and bread, while diseased yeast spoils them. For an example, healthy input always gives healthy output. The next part is germs in air and dust. Pasteur provides that germs do not appear automatically, they travel through air and dust. Pure air has fewer germs. For an example, this is why clean surroundings are important. The next part is pasteurization. Pasteur discovered that heating liquid kills harmful germs. This process is called pasteurization and is used even today. For an example, pasteurized milk keeps us safe. The next part is a vaccination and anthrax. Pasteur developed vaccines using weak germs. His public experiments on animals proved vaccination works. For an example, vaccines protect us from diseases attack. The next part is rabies cure. Pasteur saved a young boy bitten by a mad dog. This proved inoculation works on humans too. For an example, courage and compassion together saves life. The next part is honors and legacy. Pasteur received worldwide respect. His message was clear. Science must serve humanity. He died in 1895 but lives on through his work. Students, now let's see what is the conclusion. Louis Pasteur proved that true greatness lies in serving others. His life teaches us that science should be used not for destruction but for peace, health, and humanity. Students, the moral of this chapter is very simple. Knowledge becomes meaningful only when it is used for the welfare of mankind. Thank you, students, for listening. If you like the video, share, subscribe. See you in the next class. Until then, bye.